This game is full of jerks that are stupid.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Hi, everybody.
What was it Yamauchi
Today
Matsuno?
we're going to be trying out some
last
HoloCure,
thing
which
he ever
is a Vampire Survivors like.
It's been a long
I have
time
with
since I played
me
this game.
on
But a
chat
big part of that is
today,
because it's like one of my least favorite Final Fantasy games.
and
No, I
Pixelmon,
definitely understand that. When I learned about the
frequent
production on this
collaborators
game, I
of
can
the
definitely understand
stream.
it being really rough.
It may be a
Like,
little
I mean, like,
awkward just
to-
because
It's the sad part
Eugene
is it's
is
not even
currently
like the
running
main,
their own stream.
the director's fault that this game has so many problems. Like half of his
and-
design team got poached in the middle of production by another company.
As you can tell, kind of
I was about to
talking
say, like,
over me
for
because
what?
I don't have the
If the
audio
answer was
going
Kingdom
at the
Hearts, then
moment.
it was worth it.
Funny enough, the director of Kingdom Hearts is who poached them to his own company.
My
to make-
man.
Anyway,
Blue
I'll be
Dragon
hanging with
and
them
Lost
in
Odyssey.
Discord and chatting as we
Take it
go
back.
here. But yeah, this is basically a Vampire Survivors sort of clone with the characters from HoloLive, the noted VTuber group, instead of, the regular characters. And this is completely free, available on Steam. Anyone can download it and play it right now. It is technically a fan project, but it is a project from a fairly well-respected game developer, indie game developer. So if you like it, be sure to check it out and see if maybe you have some fun with it. Also, we'll see. I may end up switching games at some point, but it kind of depends on how into this one we get. Okay, so Amelia shoots projectiles. Shoots tentacles.
Their defeat was crushing.
Darn, unfortunately both the characters I like in this game are not, the playstyle I prefer.
The game are you playing?
HoloCure, right?
HoloCure. It's the, Vampire
HoloCure.
Survivors
Oh.
clone, that is,
HoloLive.
yeah.
Yeah, I started playing that, and so I've started playing that one. I've beaten it with almost every single character. Or no, I've beaten the first level with almost every single character, and I never got around to beating the second, third, or fourth levels.
Oh, that's cute.
Well,
it
it's just
actually, it has Gura's, shrimp for her, that's her audience.
Yeah, I need to get back into finishing that because like I said, I was originally gonna try and beat each 1, 2, 3 stages with each character, and then I couldn't beat them with some, so I was like, oh okay, I'll just use the powering up stuff, and then I got to I just started going through every single stage with player with their first ones powered up, and then I was like, well, might as well just finish all the level 1s, and I'm gonna go level 2s and then level 3s.
I know that voice act. Isn't that,
Yeah, he's that guy in everything. He plays Yuzaku in Code Geass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I know this voice. I hear it everywhere.
Okay, I'm suddenly thinking I probably should have marked my stream a little more mature than I did, because one of the weapons here is plug-type Asakoko. I'm fairly sure this is a, one of those type of plugs.
Ooh, geeky.
Yeah, okay.
I never realized that's what that was. I always thought that was like shrimp, some type of shrimp related thing.
No, it's more like a dragon tail, but it has the bulb at the end for being a plug.
I mean, it is a projectile, so
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will definitely say this game, even for a HD remake or a port, this game still looks really good.
but like I was saying, I literally just brought it because I was sitting there and I tried my retro tank earlier, and I recorded some footage with it, and it looked all right. Then I just tried. I downloaded the ROM of the same game, and turned the settings up, and it looks like a like a PS3 HD remake of a PS2 game by turning that settings on. And it looks so much better. I'm like, damn it! The emulator looks so good that it almost kind of defeats the point of having the original games, you know?
Honestly, a lot of them have. Like, I've been screwing with some stuff over on Dolphin, and it's been
Made by the same people.
Yeah, it's like, God, work on a Sega Saturn, fucking.
So Sega's the thing is Sega. So it's the same problem that the N64 has. Like the N64 emulator has a lot of graphical issues because of how the hardware was designed, and the Sega Saturn has the same problem. So
Yeah.
it might not be emulatable
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
to its fullest. It won't close it all the way, Yuki. You're fine.
Oh, it won't? I didn't know that.
Okay. This is kind of making me nostalgic for the old school games, so I'm just like, I never beat 12. Funny enough, I beat the DS sequel, but I never beat the original.
You actually played Revenant Wings?
Yes,
I think I have that game.
I didn't
remember
mind it.
if I did or
It's not bad for a touchscreen RTS.
I do not remember if I ended up buying that or not. I'd have to look through all my DS games to see if I actually own that or not. Ah, Bosh.
Make
No, I
sure
think
I'm-
this is his brother.
I know. I was talking to another friend about this earlier, and he was telling me he was debating on just like selling a bunch of his since he like it makes more sense to emulate most things now. He's like debating on getting rid of like the games he doesn't care much about and just keeping the ones he loves. Which
I can
kinda
understand
get.
that, but the problem is there are also a handful of games like you're just not going to be able to emulate well.
From what I understand, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird because I looked at it and
Like there are
Yeah.
some that you do a lot better, but then they're like even though with the Dolphin emulator, like playing Metroid Prime is still a coin flip most of the time.
yeah, it's weird. So I was looking at what's it called? So I was watching someone sing.
All right, I have here and I have fun. All right. Yep. Use lightning on. Oh, does that not? Is there no way to like set that to continuous? All right, that's interesting. But you were looking at what?
I was just looking. I was trying to remember what it was. I was looking at someone's examples of games, and the thing is, so like, if you use the emulator, it makes like the visuals look really good for 3D. But so it has the same problem that like the NES or the NES emulators have. So it's like if you have, well, not so much the NES, but the Genesis, Super Nintendo have the issue where the emulators make everything super crisp, which is nice.
But you see all the flaws then too.
Well, no, you don't really see the flaws, but the way CTRs worked, it made them look like. So if you look like something like Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
if you looked at something like Chrono Trigger and you put a picture of him up next, like Chrono's profile picture up next to it on an emulator, like they both look good, but the CRT it makes it look like it blurs together to give it like shadowing and highlights and stuff.
Yep.
And it looks really good, where it's very pixelated on that. Oh.
You pill a
But you
target
get, like-
with orbiting BL books.
The book is really good for combining with the axe.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
But yeah, the thing with it is like if you play on original original hardware and stuff like that, the shading and things look like they blend like how they're really supposed to, like how the artist designed it to be. But it's also kind of blurry overall. So it's kind of like, do you like the crisper look but losing some of that gradation that makes it look detailed, or do you like the pixelated look? When it comes to 3D games, you have a similar feel where it's like the 3D smoothing looks really good at some points, but then at other points it just like the pixels kind of cause it to round out edges and things like that, where
they're not supposed to. Yeah,
where the smoothing makes it really straight, but it makes the texture detail really high quality. So it's like, which one do you like? And it makes it pop more.
Yep.
But then you have
with the older games, I know a lot of emulators have been getting the CRT.
Yeah, I don't
overlay.
like how those. I don't like how those look.
Like,
It's
they've
not
been
really
getting
the
better.
same,
I'll
yeah.
agree.
Well, it's also with the 3D stuff. I found like, so if you play like Resident Evil with it, any game where they have pre-rendered backgrounds, the pre-rendered backgrounds don't upscale. So now you have these models that are popping on top of backgrounds that they don't fit on anymore.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I guess I'm getting that plug whether I want it or not.
Yeah, the game does that.
Way to go, Yuki.
It's actually one of the best items in the game.
Good to know.
Of course it is.
Well, looks like I'm upgrading it now that I've got it.
Because like you can combine items in that game, and if you combine that with, I
What
want to
am I
say
seeing
the
here?
with the microphone, it becomes a flamethrower.
I see.
A really busted flamethrower. Probably
Wait,
the most.
are we talking about
busted
the plug and the flame and microphone make a flamethrower?
Yep. It's called Dragonfire, and it's so busted.
I wonder
So
if that's because
busted.
you need to get your voice that extra high pitch.
I just know that it's unfairly broken. And I always go for it if I can.
Ah, crystal. Yep. I know this game actually also came with a bit of a graphic settings too. Most of them I have turned up pretty high, with the exceptions of water and shadow. I don't know what it is, but it's like
Another
every
tail upgrade, okay.
okay. I don't know what it is, but it's like every shadows feel like the thing that eats up so much, but like they do so little for the game most of the time.
Yeah, shadows
that-
and reflections, especially in that gen of gaming, really took a huge toll.
Oh yeah, it did.
And it's just like, I'll just crank these to off or nothing if I can most of the time. And then it's like, wow, there's a whole bunch. I should probably make sure my PC is vented, because I know this is going to eating up a bit of power tonight.
As someone who has rendered 3D graphics, I could guarantee that shadowing could be a problem if you use some of the lower settings for them.
Okay, so we're just going to 3-on-1 this.
I know. I'm just overall very torn on it. It's like I have one of the concepts is I want to like for stream is like, well, what do I want to do for streaming? Do I want it to be like, you know, the pixely looking older graphics, or do I want it to be like something that looks nicer for view, you know?
Well, I think a stream is most people aren't there for like the high-end stuff. If you're doing it for a review, I would say crank it up, but if you're doing it for a stream, it doesn't need to be high. Like,
Well,
even with what I got going, I'm not full streaming this. Like, this is cut down a bit.
Well, it's like
And most people are going to be watching it on a PC too, so.
Well, so I actually was looking at my old footage of Digimon World 1, which I had played on the PS3, and it does this weird long screen, which I did, like, is bad. But when I put it into the emulator and I cranked it up, like you had the part where it does the same thing that the DS games do. Like if you've ever seen anyone emulating new Super Mario Bros. So Mario looks nice and crisp, but the Goombas are all GIFs. Like they're not models. So the quality difference there is very jarring.
All of his friends are dead.
Yay!
Okay. People died. Yay!
It would have only been better if I was the one who killed them.
And the king's dead.
So while I did not enjoy Final Fantasy XII much, I very much enjoyed Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, for sure.
Same world. Yeah.
It was a great game.
Tactics Advance is my favorite of the group, though.
I really wasn't as much a fan of Tactics Advance, to be honest. I liked the
I'm
original
getting some
Tactics
jerk
way
on that.
better. Tactics Advance couldn't stick with me.
War of the Lions was one of the first and only games I've ever played where I got stuck in a fight and I could not leave and I could not win and I had to restart the game.
Ooh.
I've never had that happen in any game I've ever played ever.
I've had that happen in a few RPGs before. When they put you in one of those sections where you just can't go back to, like, grind anymore or anything.
Multiple saves have
Yep.
been a lesson well learned.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very rare. I've only just recently started doing that.
You record for, like, reviews. You don't just keep, like, saves throughout the game.
I learned that now because of the exact reason you're thinking.
That is so many skeletons with shields.
One other thing I really learned about the director for all these games, he's one of the biggest people responsible for bringing for the Homeland achievement. Yay! One of the biggest people responsible for bringing Western style like RPG aesthetics to Japan.
Which include what exactly?
Like when he started it was with
More
the ogre battle.
realistic looking rather than more like anime style and pixel art.
So like
Which,
ogre battle, a lot of those. Dark Souls, Castlevania.
He was involved with Dark Souls? Huh.
No, I'm saying it's like his influences helped propagate those.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, is our narrator an actual person?
I generally can't tell.
I'm just passing up like so much experience, but I'm trying to see if there's more like boxes to obtain.
I
Want to
think the
cast
boxes-
off the plug.
I think the boxes are random generated, and the experience never goes away. And you're gonna end up getting to a point where you can't like collect it all anyway because you'll probably get killed.
Well, yeah. Oh, jeez. You critter.
Oh, our narrator is like a pope with me.
Probably everyone in the series is a douche.
Well, it's one of the other things the creator of this was also known for is he's one of the people who really love to put the kill God into your video games.
I don't remember killing God in this game. In fact, I barely remember the end of this game at all.
I know the final boss in this game gets made fun of a lot. Oh, there's some Western experience there. We're gonna be fighting dire rats in a sewer at the start.
So not the usual slimes or.
I love that. I love that you're both fighting rodents right now.
Yeah, massive swarms of them just showed up.
I love those guys. Those are easy experience because they just die so fast.
You know, as tropey as slimes are for RPGs, I don't think Final Fantasy ever used them.
They 100% have. They're called flams, and they're assholes.
Oh yeah, they're really annoying in Final Fantasy. They're not low-level mobs.
I know flans, but like those are like specialty enemies. So I think slimes. I think like basic grunts.
I don't know about that. They're supposed to be the same thing.
What, flan and slime?
Yes, flams are just giant slimes.
No, flan's based off of pudding.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
but puddings are a type of slime,
gelatinous thing.
I don't know.
particularly in D&D. Or, no, actually, it's not D&D. It's
No,
the black
it's
puddings
like
were also a Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah. Those are the flan's like ultimate forms.
Hate them all the same.
What was it? Like 3, you need like a flan princess tail to I'm thinking of rats.
Rats. Because there's a reference to the Final Fantasy 1. So there's one thing that's really good about 12 is the opening town is a really good town.
I remember being able to get lost in this fairly easily.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it was like the first time I played a game with like an open town that was big.
I don't remember them being this British.
But you know they're evil.
Well, maybe you got the international release. Like, maybe you got the EU localization.
No, this is actually the international Zodiac Age. Which, I know that was like a Steel 10. I don't know. Like, I never saw the regular version of 12. I only saw the Steel 10s.
I've seen the regular version before, like cons.
Yeah, I saw the regular version a number of times, just like in GameStop.
Oh, he's a street rat.
Oh, a triple box.
One thing I did always kind of want to look up is to see what the connections between tactics and this game's worlds were, or where the overlaps were.
It's
I know this
the
game
races.
set 1,000 years before the first tactics.
It's mostly the races.
That would imply that the advanced tactics games were also set in that time era or thereabouts, since they had the Vieira race as well.
I don't think the first tactics game is connected to it. I think it's only the advanced games.
No, the
That's
first
what
one
I mean.
definitely is. I think the Vieira is one of those things that's like, we like this, but we didn't think of it back then, so we're just going to retroactively add it now, kind of thing, in the world.
Yeah, that's entirely possible, but if there is a connection...
Also, I believe there's like a Moogle that appears in both games. It's a reference. Like LeBlanc, I believe.
Thank you for optimization.
No optimization for you.
Oh, do I not have the level thing yet? Okay, wait, is there a right thing then? Alright, whatever. Oh. Let me ask you guys, what do you guys think about, like, just being able to talk to everybody in a town, like, in these RPG settings? Something you really enjoy or something you really don't care for?
That's something that I habitually do, actually. Like,
I prefer how it
it's,
is in the new 7 game.
Like, it's harder to do if you're, like, streaming, because you feel like you're kind of wasting everybody's time. But if I'm playing a game entirely on my own, then I'm 100% going to talk to every single NPC every time.
Oh, come on, that's how you like to mess with the viewers. You go like, maybe I'll talk to them. Nope. Because I swear to God, everybody I see out there is like, you mistalked to this person, you mistalked to that person. Okay, go to the shop chat.
I'm playing through 7 Rebirth, and there are some that you can actually talk to, but then others are just talking, and you can like sometimes I'll stand by them and like listen to what they're saying, because they're saying something interesting. But for the most part, it's like, oh, I don't care if I hear about what they're saying, so I'm glad that they're not. I don't have to actually talk to them.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice, like,
you just hear the
compromise
conversations
that
in
they
the
need.
background.
Well, the general concept is it's like, if you look at the game you're playing now, like there's so many NPCs and 99% of them are going to say nothing of value. Like, yeah, I like.
It's like, that's being generous. Like, it's the shop owners and the ones with quest markers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking to someone, but it's like in old like Final Fantasy 1 or 2. There's only like 10 people in town, so you talk to everyone to see what they got to say. Here, there's like 100 people in town, and I don't want to talk to all of them. Especially if they're not going to do anything.
Yep, you're kind of in the same boat I am, but I also understand it from like Yuki's side too, because I hear so many people that just like talking to those nobodies in those towns. Although, granted, that's more of the RPG community, but
Yeah.
Well,
But I guess also it has a little bit to do with, like, if your game actually, like, has good, interesting flavor for the NPCs, then it makes it much more attractive. If none of them ever say anything that has anything to do with anything, and it's all just like, oh, I really like apples over and over again, then that tends to kind of put me off from it in that particular title eventually, but...
I am Eeyore. Yeah, well, I mean, like, so I actually stop when I'm playing 7. I actively stop at times and just listen to what the characters are saying, because they're saying interesting stuff sometimes.
yeah. No,
And
that's
sometimes I just don't care. Like,
Where
they
am I?
literally have running around the golden saucer, which is where like one of the areas I just left. They had a little thing. They're like, "Listen up, everyone!" And I was like, and he was just talking to the children, relaying a story to them about a goblin, right? So I actually just sat there and I watched as they talked to the story about the kids, and like it was literally just a background thing, and I stopped and did it. Now later, I'm at a spot where that exact goblin appears. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I didn't actually have to like stop and watch that little thing. I just actively chose to sit in the audience with the kids and see what they were saying.
Make your world an actually lived-in world, and not just a world where you can talk to randos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's fine to have some randos, like, not every NPC... Like, that's its own type of flavor, too, right? Like, you can have some NPCs that are just there, living their life. Just don't make it everybody all the time, or it discourages your player from talking to them.
Yeah, the only RPG I can think of where I really like talking to everyone is Pokemon, because a lot of them give you free stuff.
That's another good way to.
That's a
emphasize
different
that,
type
too.
of incentivization, but yeah.
Incentivize me with free stuff.
This has gotten pretty chaotic now.
Rare
Well,
level stuff.
Well, let's see. You're behind, so you're about. The level ends at the 20-minute mark if you could beat the boss.
Oh, pretty close to that.
But it gets really brutal once the giant ones start showing up.
I've had a number of giant things show up already, but those are just
No,
like mini.
all of them are giant.
Ah, I see.
We know where you stuck him, Nuki. Okay. Actually, I didn't do this one. It's important for my game mechanics.
The hunts. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's probably the coolest thing about this game is I did not give a damn about the story when I was playing this game. And I'm a big story person when I'm playing games, but especially Final Fantasy, but I did not care about what's happening in this one. But the hunts get pretty wild in this game.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people I knew talking about these, so...
Yeah, they also got really hard and I didn't do a lot of them.
Yeah, I've heard that. Well, that's one of the things I'm also really aware of. It's like the hunts can get crazy for like the ultimate weapons, and one of the super weapons, you can't get it if you open a chest in like the first area or something.
I don't know anything about that.
It's like a trident or something like that. I remember something like, yeah, if you've opened this chest early in the game, you just can't get it.
I hate that kind of crap.
It's like out in the open. It's not like a hidden one either. It's like, yeah, no, if you're just kind of doing a general sweep of the area to like get chests, it's like you'll generally hit it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, it's okay to have like weird stuff that's hard to find, but don't punish your player for doing things that are things that you would generally want your player to do, right?
Yeah.
I get that the idea is that you're trying to like incentivize replay and like for New Game Plus, but that's
not a good way to do it, because that just feels bad to the player.
Yeah, no, it's like one of the this. That's one of the two most infamous ones. The other one being, I think it's like Save the Queen 2 in Final Fantasy IX, where you have to get to a certain treasure chest. I don't know what's going on there. Within
Everything
like
is large.
29 hours, and if you watch like most of the cutscenes and just run through the game, you can't do it. Like you almost have to speed run the game to get that sword.
Kingdom Hearts HD remake cutscene, or to get the achievements, you have to basically beat the game 3 times. One of them is like beating it normally, but then another one is beating it without any equipment attached. Then another one is beating in that time frame. And it's like, how are you supposed to beat this game that fast without any equipment? So you kind of have to do it multiple times.
Yep.
And I looked at those and I was like, I love Kingdom Hearts. I don't love Kingdom Hearts this much.
Alright, now I have the license for it. I remember this. That's not what I remember. What's this? Let's choose the license.
Here we go. Got to the 20-minute mark.
License
Here comes the boss.
for character with unique abilities. Once you enter the clan hall.
Oh, it's Amelia.
No, it's Small Ame.
Oh, so they've changed this. Oh, that's interesting. I heard that spawn thing they did. So you pick a class and do abilities from there.
Yeah, they changed the level up system from the
So I remember the old board, and I remember it being just crazy.
Yeah, so they upgrade, they change. That's one of the big changes they made for the remake is that because they did with they did the Kingdom Hearts thing, where in America there was Kingdom Hearts, and then they had a Kingdom Hearts Final Mix in Japan. They did the same thing with FF12, so the Japanese got a Final Mix version. So this is essentially an HD remix. This is an HD version of the Final Mix version. And that's where they fixed a lot of the crap with the level up system in this game.
Okay, this board is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I think the idea here is because I believe, yeah, so they made it so that everyone's board is more unique, so you're kind of tailored to go towards certain options, where in the original ones, they were just a giant square.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
So
everyone was like,
expecting.
yeah,
Oh,
and then, you could build everyone however you wanted.
Yeah, this is like I don't mind this, but I'm picking my class at the start of a game, and they're throwing me like everything. Dear God.
It doesn't matter. Just pick something. You can switch them later, I think.
No, min-max! Min-max! Mushi, what's this?
I don't think you need to min-max in this game. I think they just let you go hog wild and go 100% of everything.
Oh, where...
Good job on the win there, Yuki.
Thanks.
Oh.
Kind of shocked I managed it on the first try.
So each one's it's a little difficult depending which character you're playing as, honestly. And you can use the coins for the gacha to unlock the other girls.
Oh, what?
Because everything needs a gacha.
What kind of character would Vaughn be?
A douche. Honestly, Vaughn never gets better, and that's what's disappointing about him as a character.
Yeah, no, that's what I remember. His story kind of starts off with, I want money to, oh, shit. I kind of need to help do this or we're all screwed.
It's crazy, Yuki. I've played through this with, I think I've only missing like 2 or 3 playthroughs for the first level with all the girls, like the whole thing, and I still don't have all this stuff unlocked yet.
Really? This is totally the kind of stuff that I go for first.
I mean, they have the stat upgrades of the next 2 panels. I went for. Well, see, there's the thing though. When you do the gacha, it unlocks like. So you get, let's say if you end up pulling another Ame, it gives Ame buffs as well, and that's how their things work for multiple characters.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a lot of real gacha games.
Yep.
All right, I'm going with the.
Oh, I see. There's multiple levels of some of these too.
Yeah.
Or Chikari. Chikari. Let's go with Chikari. Alright, that's how we get out of here. You know, I tried playing Hololive for a bit, then I don't know what, I think it was because I put too much time into Vampire Survivor. But it's like, I just could not get into that one.
See, I didn't play them. So I immediately went full on Hololive.
Alright, you didn't grab Survivor when it came out?
Nope. I only learned about it because I saw Yuki playing it.
Really? Yay, I introduced someone to a game.
Influential, yay.
Oh, I looked at a bunch of the indie games you played.
Awesome. That makes me pretty happy, actually. Introducing people to new and interesting games was definitely, like, one of my core goals. I will say, as much as I don't like twin stick things because it breaks my brain, having the ability to aim with the twin stick style really makes shorter range characters much more viable. Because in Vampire Survivors, they can only attack in the direction that you're facing, which means they can only attack where you're walking towards. And you don't usually want to be going towards the enemies if you can help it.
Yeah, but the dagger is really hard to use in that game. Felt like.
But you think that's bad? So
Good point.
When this game first came out, it wasn't on Steam. It didn't have achievements or anything like that, and it didn't work with controllers. So shut up. I used Joy to I used Joy thing, and I overrode it so I could still use my Super Nintendo controller. And so I was able to play stick shift, or like, you know, but it's so much better using the Xbox controller.
A Super controller doesn't even have any sticks. It has a D-pad.
Yep. You're not wrong.
Monkey's paw reference.
Masking Eastern Sands. Okay, for some reason I'm getting the memory of things will kick your ass in a solo on this area. Where the fuck am I going?
I'm definitely curious to see if you'll beat this, Yuki, because I have not been able to beat the second level.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, I saw that I'm missing some recommended upgrades, which might make this hard, but...
I mean, I haven't, like... I had beaten it with a couple of girls, and then I got curb stomped real hard twice, and I died at the end, and I was like, alright, whatever, I'm just gonna play through the first level with all the girls, and then do it.
I see.
And I've unlocked every single girl, so obviously you can imagine 20 minutes a piece for over, like, what, 30 of them?
So you regenerate MP in this game, but not health? Oh, I don't like that. I always kind of hate that, especially in games that give you a heal spell, because it's literally, I'm grinding...
Uh-oh. This doesn't look great for me. Okay.
MP to get health back. Like, oh yeah, that was what it was. Just don't go down there. I wonder if I have a potion. Oh, it's gonna fucking... I really hate that trope of you almost beat an enemy, then it runs away, then you almost beat an enemy, then it runs away, then you almost beat an enemy, then it runs away.
Oh god, they do that so much in 7 Remake. Or Rebirth. They love extending crap.
Oh yeah, speed up for sure.
Yeah. So I figured out what it is. I was playing Rebirth last night, and I figured out what my problem with Rebirth is that it feels like I'm playing FF7 with filler.
My problem with the first part of the remake was that it felt like I was playing FF7 with a Monster Hunter battle system, which really didn't do it for me.
Oh,
I died.
The battle system's a little harder now, since you can play as every single character, and they all play kind of unique to each other, and they like alter them. It actually feels a little more like a middle ground between what it was before, but with some more Kingdom Hearts elements in it.
That feels more acceptable to me. Like, I just... having it be like a highly dodge skill-based combat system for something that was originally a turn-based RPG was a real turn-off. I mean, it had active time battle, but it was still ultimately turn-based, you know? And, like, it just is a completely different type of game at that point, which...
Oh, right, I forgot this version has the speed-up mode. Look at him jog in place!
I mean, Rebirth is more or less the same as that, except that I found that I am much worse at dodging in Rebirth than I am in Remake.
I don't remember dodging in Rebirth.
I mean, the one that dodging really matters in is 16, but
Square needs to get the PC ports going, because I really don't want to play a PS5. The library is getting close up. It's like, maybe.
You have to dodge in 16. It is not possible to get through that without it. It is a part of the core mechanics of combat. But the problem with Rebirth, the only problem with Rebirth is they added in an Ubisoft mode.
Ubisoft mode?
Yeah, so every time, you go through the main scenario, right? And then after every main scenario, it opens up an open world, and there's towers to find that unlock more parts of the map. Special custom battles. They have some story missions. It's like it's like a bunch of that extra crap that you don't. That's not important.
I guess these
Gilded
chocobos
chocobo.
got that gilded armor.
I really need some way of getting health back in this build.
I think you
Especially in
need
a stage like this.
those cow horns.
Yeah, they haven't come up for me, though.
You probably like
The sheep
so,
would be okay, too.
Fauna's whole character power-up system is based around a healing setup.
Well, I'm not saying I want to have a healing build in general. I'm just saying, like, for this character to be successful in this stage.
That's fair.
Yeah, dead again, around the 2-minute mark.
Oh, you can do about 2 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
It gets way harder in that level too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is ultra widescreen, and they just didn't center it.
Just to spite you.
I mean, it doesn't bug me too much. It's just, oh, this guy looks douchey as fuck.
Alright, let's try... Can't do stage 3 yet, so I'll try stage 1 with Mori, just to get... See, like, if I can succeed with a build with her.
To see if you can do a bit better.
I mean, the
Or
more
get
you
more
do,
upgrades.
the more different like weapon drops will show up in general.
Yeah, like, I feel like I need to farm a bit, like, I'm just not... I'm a little underpowered for level 2.
Pretty much.
His name's literally Vane. God, why do I like the fantasy evil empires like ruling like governor more than I do like most of my own government right now? This guy has a better speech than most I've heard this year.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely achieved the point where, we've surpassed cartoonish levels of villainy in the real world. Alright, we're gonna get the horn. Oh, we've got the
I remember
chance.
them saying the princess or queen died? I'm pretty sure she's alive.
Oh no! My Buffora.
Oh, he's actually getting applause.
Unlike Agent who gets booze.
Hey, at least I get views.
I said booze. My most distinct memory of Final Fantasy XII is a really weird one.
Which one might that be? Or would that be a spoiler for later in this?
No, it's not a spoiler. It's the spot you just saw. Essentially, they had a teaser trailer for it on X Play on G4, and I just remember them mentioning it, and I was like, I think the big excitement for it, and that's all that I remember.
You know, I was watching a guy who was trying to point out, it's like, you know, G4 was, we remember it very fondly, but it was a very, what will be the word, biased and racist show. Go back and watch, go back and watch some, like, choice clips from that show. There's some stuff that's like, oh, like, how the hell did you get away with this in the 2000s even?
I only remember it as being its own whole channel. I never saw, like, a show called G4. But I'm vaguely aware it existed.
I'm thinking, I mean, yeah, it might mean more X-Play, but...
Well, I remember, so I specifically watched 3 shows on there. I would watch X-Play. I loved X-Play.
X-Play, Attack of the Show, and what was your third?
I didn't actually watch Attack of the Show very often. I wasn't that big a fan of it.
Eh.
I watched that cheat code show where they would show they would show how to unlock Easter eggs and cheat codes for games.
Oh yeah, that was I don't. They had one for a World of Warcraft Burning Crusade. I remember catching one time on that one.
What was that? The one where they showed off you can find the Mario Brothers in it?
Maybe.
That's that. I distinctly remember that one. I was like, oh man, that makes this game look really cool.
I just remember seeing a show about an MMO and it really was a YouTube video before YouTube videos got to be a thing.
Yep. That is because the other one I liked was the cutscene one where it was just a 30 minutes. They just picked gaming cutscenes and then I remember them just showing off. One time I clicked on there and it was just the entire final battle of Kingdom Hearts 2, just from the final world there, and I was just even though I could just pop my game in and play it, so I was just like, man, I haven't seen this in a while, and just sat down and watched it.
I do remember they also had a late night commercial block that was all Japanese commercials. They would just cherry pick all the strangest ones.
I do remember liking the Attack of the Show theme though.
Yeah. Oh right, I remember Vod I wanted an airship. I wanted an airship. I wanted an airship. That was always a thing he was wanted to get at. All right.
I know G4 came back and it failed. I know I didn't watch it either. It's just one of those things where, I really wish it could have been something successful, but it's just one of those things where YouTube has more or less replaced the need for it.
Well, didn't they try to make a YouTube channel for it?
I don't know.
Wait, weapon will fire backwards.
I just remember they had the Completionist is one of their big people on that.
Oof.
I don't think I want my weapon to fire backwards. It
You know, I'm
seems...
still kind of surprised he's still going.
I'm not. Since when not have you ever seen anyone on YouTube get canceled and actually just go away?
Oh, did it give out finally? Hold on. I'll use my joystick there to select the menus. I don't know. That's right. I know. What was it? Dr. Disrespect's already back again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
aside from like certain VTubers who graduate and never really come back, I guess.
I mean, like, the general concept is freaking like completionist committed essentially tax fraud, and the government didn't go after him, and he's still getting views. I don't think he's getting as many, but still up there.
Well, tax fraud's not really a crime that the public cares about. Weirdly enough.
I mean, it kind of it is when it's like charity fraud, though.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, it's charity fraud. I'm doing this charity in the name of my mom.
Yeah, that's a little
I'm committing
different
tax
from
fraud in the name of my
tax
mom,
fraud.
Yeah, no. I don't know, it's just such a weird thing. Especially since it's like this is what is it? Oh, it's been this year that like a whole bunch of the old YouTubers like retiring out, isn't it?
Yep. They're all burned out.
Although I heard Matt Pat was a Congress lobbyer now.
I haven't heard that, but that would be hilarious.
I don't know, I mean, he's, I think, still doing stuff, because, like,
He
mentioned
still
him on
works at-
Game
he
Grumps
still
the other
works
day.
at- He still works at Team Theory. He's just not in front of the camera anymore. He's
Yeah,
still
well,
part of the...
he has a lot more goddamn time, so he doesn't have to do his. He's the manager style now.
Yep. Which is good for him.
Yep.
Instead, I've never like of all the YouTubers I watch, I've never gotten to actually meet Matt Pat. He's never been at any cons I've been at.
I don't think I've ever really met any, like, YouTubers. I mean, like, I ran into Cinder at a con, and didn't know that it was actually her.
No, I've met a bunch of YouTubers at cons. Like the very first one I walked into the thing. I saw the angry video game nerd sitting right there. And I just went right up to him.
To be fair, I wouldn't recognize most of them either.
Let's see. I think my favorite one, one of my favorite ones. Have you heard of the Happy Video Game Nerd or Stop Skeletons from Fighting?
I have not.
So he got his start on game trailers. He was a parody. Basically, they had a contest for the angry video game nerd to ape him, and the nerd got to pick the winner, and the happy video game nerd won it. And then he just kind of continued that series as his own thing.
I see.
I ran into him at the con, got a picture with him and his girlfriend. But then, later, I went to his panel, and he said, "Hey, I'll be posting on Twitter. We're doing fan meetup thing at lunch." I was one of the only two people who saw it and went over, so I got to go eat lunch with him, hang out.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, super nice dude.
A good chunk of the bar.
I got that.
It's just all you hear about the troublemakers more than anything.
Yeah, I've gotten to hang out with Golden Bolt and chat with Golden Bolt a little bit. Loxton Noggin, the PokeTuber. I've gotten to talk with him, and he actually photobombed one of my things with someone else.
Interesting. Uh-oh.
Yep, and then
So many
ironically, I ended up-
skeletons!
got to be a part of one of his charity things where he was reviewing people's YouTuber channels. Way back, and he saw mine, and he was like, "Oh man, I like you to jump into my forum later." So he let me into his I'm in his Discord without having to pay for it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I met Scott the Waz. Like, I had seen him multiple times before I knew who he was. I was like, isn't that one of the YouTubers who does game stuff? I don't know him. Then when I started watching his stuff, I'm like, oh my god, Scott the Waz is awesome. So then the next year I ran into him just chilling out by the import games.
I did not see what I got from that box. It skipped the... I just wanted to skip to the end. And
Your
it
items
skipped
are up
the
in the upper
item
left.
drop completely. Yeah, I know. But I can't parse, like, what it was while I'm moving. It doesn't look like I got anything new, though. It must have just been an upgrade to something I already had.
Probably. Let's see. Oh. Have you heard of Console Wars?
No.
Is that a channel or a video series?
I mean, it's both, but it's a channel. The creator, Dan. I've gotten a picture with him 3 years in a row. Unfortunately, I couldn't find him this year. Like, I saw him go by, but I didn't have a chance to stop him, and I couldn't find him again.
I feel like there's not as many of the, like, super EXP pickups in this game as there are in Vampire Survivors.
Alright, the super... What do you mean by super ones?
Like the ones that bring all the EXP drops to you.
Oh yeah,
the
no,
magnets.
those do not show up very often. Are you when you didn't click drop on that skull thing, did you? You infused
I sold
it with
it.
one of the others? No, you should infuse them with the other ones so you can get them to because you can get those things to level 2 and 3.
That's not a thing I can do currently. Apparently. Like, that wasn't an option available to me.
I think you have to just if you just click on one of the other 3, it'll say infuse instead.
Okay.
No, I only had replace or sell the item.
You know, I didn't remember what they did for Moogles in this game. They're not bad. Not very standardish, but...
They look better than they look like in Final Fantasy Rebirth. Oh my god.
Oh my, yeah, what the... Like, who approved that look, for God's sake? It's like...
Oh, the fan beam. That's what you want to fuse with the butt plug for the super attack.
I see. Well, I guess I should get the plug then, too.
Yep.
Little... moth rabbit? Oh, that's gonna attack me, isn't it?
Oh, have you guys heard of tree sickle?
Treesicle?
Or bonsai pop? Come on, you two do an anime podcast. You don't know who bonsai pop is?
No, I do not. I really don't watch a lot of YouTube.
Well, they're one of the bigger anime podcast groups.
Gigok, Mother's Basement, and I was a glasses guy I was watching, but
Yeah, Mother's Basement's really the only one that I follow at all.
Oh,
as
I
far as
stopped
anime
watching
goes.
him. He got a little too political. Sorry, it's kind of like I really don't want this in my anime. Which is funny because of all the people, like, I actually, like, am probably the most like Mother's Basement. We have, like, the same background. With, like, the same kind of schooling and everything. Like, we're very similar people, which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I like all of their content, but it is a good place for me to quickly zip through, to make sure that I'm, like, not missing any, anime that I should really be checking out or something like that.
yeah, there's
Or at least to help make sure that the ones I'm talking about are also things that are being talked about by the wider community to some degree.
I just know that, like, I know they were Treesicle were doing, like, games and anime stuff, and, like, I don't know, they kind of got burned out and quit. but one of their top editors went on to make Treesicle, which was or not Treesicle, to make Bonsai Pop, which is like a pretty popular anime one. And apparently, I was the very first person to ever go up to him at a con and say like, "Hey, I'm a fan." So you know, so it was great because one, when he was posting stuff from like in a video later, I was actually in it because he used that photo from my Twitter. Since I was the first one there, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I'm randomly in one of his videos. But then later at another con, him and his group were having a panel on how to make a good YouTube video, and I'm at the con, so I went and checked it out. And then afterwards, I went up to say hi to them, and he remembered who I was and introduced me to the rest of the team.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and then afterwards, like and I had watched all of them, so I knew who they all were. So after we got a group photo, it was like I was just kind of just chilling there, staying there, and the one guy was like, "So you guys want to go hit that arcade?" And the other guys like, "No, I'm tired. Like, and they're all like, "Really? Anyone plays it?" I'm like, "I'll go play some games with you." And he's like, "Hell yeah!" So me and one of him went and played some arcade games.
Cool.
Very nice.
It's really cool when you meet the really nice YouTubers. They're really fun.
Yep. All right, I have to say this is my most hated enemy type in all of Final Fantasy.
Birds.
Is it a Tonberry?
It's the weird ball chickens they like to have. Sometimes they call them cockatrix. And the reason for this pure hatred is did either of you ever happen to play Final Fantasy 14 in the when it first launched, the original?
I have not played any of the
Yes,
online
I did.
Final
Yeah, I played it before the Rebirth or whatever they called it.
Yeah, 1.0's around.
A Realm Reborn.
Yep. I happened to get into the closed beta for that before there was any information up. Dear mother of unplayable messes.
I mean, I actually played it a fair bit, but I was also a Final Fantasy 11 player, so by those standards, it wasn't that terrible.
I don't know, it's like I couldn't, like, I just remember I gotta turn that.
Well, apparently it's actually the glow stick that combines with the fan beam.
Huh, that must
not
be
the
new
plug.
items. I've never gotten that one, and I've had both of those maxed out multiple times. Interesting.
It's just, I remember, like, going outside the gate, and, like, there was a bunch of those weird ball chickens. Like, alright, let's attack one. Hit it, turns around, one-shots me.
Also, multiple things can combine. You're not stuck with one setup.
Did you know?
But you only get one of the item a lot. Actually, if you click over, I think left, Yuki, when you're in the options, you see that little arrow all the way to your right? Yeah, that. If you click on it, it'll bring out a panel which should, ones you've seen and what can you
Yeah,
make.
so it's the Hollow Bomb that combines with the tail, which I actually did last time. The first time I did level 1, I mean.
Well.
Huh?
Yeah. I think as soon as you make one, it'll tell you what the new combination is, so you don't have to remember it.
Yeah. It seems to be tracking the ones I've already done.
It's weird though. I haven't had the one that you have pop up for me, despite having both of those multiple times.
Maybe it's like character specific or something?
I have no idea.
Apparently the Psycho Axe is upgraded for some reason.
I mean, you could combine the Psycho Axe with the book.
Yeah, but I mean, look, it has this size plus 15% thing on it, even though it's something I don't have yet. And it has a
Size
blue
plus
name.
15 plug?
No, Psycho Axe. Oh, a triple.
Alright, Vanilla, what license do you... Alright, you are going to be... Oh, what has heals?
I don't really want whammy water, to be honest. It kind of goes against my build.
And yeah, I don't think you have to take it if you don't want to. I know it's just hard to be like, that's a free thing. I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah. but I feel like it's actively detrimental for me.
I have had times where I couldn't combine stuff because I had loaded up my whole thing and couldn't get any of the fusions. So I was just grabbing stuff willy-nilly.
Wait, if that's... Is it just a... Alright, that's kind of weird how that works. Okay.
You're kind of weird.
Yeah. Is that like that's a new thing?
And I was trying to say it like an insulting thing.
Ah, your insults don't work on me. I don't have shame.
Yeah, you're an American politician. I mean, what?
Yeah, at least they used to pretend, right?
Yeah. Valid.
You could also be like a Jake Paul. Jake? Modern day YouTube. No shame.
Shame is for the weak. Tutorial, right?
For someone who likes like these kind of style, like gameplay things, you whine a lot about tutorials.
I like the mid and late game. It's the work getting to there.
So you're lazy. Got it.
Oh.
Speed up would be really nice.
Alright, let's actually try fighting.
Oops, I didn't see what it gave me.
Found that like once I started because I'd done it with every girl, I got to a point where I'm so powerful on this mode that I just started saying screw it and basically just like did all the stuff that would get me as much money as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's like kind of the farming goal, right?
More or less.
Grow in power, grow in style. Wait, I level up and get horns? What?
So you're saying leveling up makes you horny?
Kind of. Alright, no, that's not gonna work. How do I change handbits?
You're walking for the rest of the game forever.
I don't want to fight that.
Probably not.
Alright. Alright, maybe that's how New Game Plus and stuff works then, or minus. You don't get levels, but you get license for and stuff still?
Like in terms of how to successfully progress through it?
Yeah. Alright. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to... I'm gonna have to find this. God damn it! Is a little piece of me kind of enjoys the open worldness of this, but not having like a break between combat and just open world stuff is a little irritating.
Hmm.
Looks like, have you ever played the Tales of series or any of those?
Yes, I have.
I
In
like
particular,
their...
Tales of Destiny. The really old one for PS1.
Yeah.
Probably totally different systems from what you're thinking about.
No, it's the whole bit of you don't actually get into battles until you touch an enemy. I'm like, I won't complain about not having random encounters at all. I think that's the middle ground I always love the most of these type of games.
I see. Yeah, I mean, you saw that in a lot of games. Like, Lunar had that as well, for instance.
It's so long for it to catch on into, like, the Final Fantasy series. Oh, he's a kid.
Yeah, given how far I am into this, one of those super, EXP pickups would really help about now.
Ooh, that's not too good. Actually, since you're a bit of an older game, your experience playing older games, yeah. Have you ever played the Panzer Dragoon series?
Interestingly, only is the remake, or the re-release, on Switch. Because I was never able to get my hands on it growing up. But, like, Panzer Dragoon Orta was definitely one of those games that I really wanted, when it came out, and just couldn't get it for financial reasons.
Okay, yeah, because I was going into a retro perspective from that series. Funny enough, Orta you can get on the Microsoft Store. Not the Xbox game app, but the actual Microsoft Store. It's like the only place you can buy it.
How weird. What bizarre licensing combination led to this, I wonder?
What I can remember on... Oh, that was why. From what I can remember on that one, it was a, because it's a, Microsoft... God, I went the wrong way, got it. It was originally produced by Microsoft from Sega as part of their big push for Xbox.
The original Panzer Dragoon Orta wasn't an Xbox game.
Orta? Orta is a Xbox exclusive.
No.
Because it came out Panzer Dragoon, Zwei, Saga, then Orta.
Orta also came out on a Sega console before it released on Xbox. I'll look it up to be sure, but I remember it coming out for, I think Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
No, I don't think it's... I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but
You're always wrong.
Pix, maybe you can look it up. What systems did
I'm looking it up right
Panzer
now.
Dragoon Orta come out on?
Yeah, it's actually, well, Wikipedia at least is only listing it as Xbox, but I really remember seeing it on,
What's it called?
Panzer Dragoon Orta.
Yeah, because like I said, I was going through a retrospective on that, and that game got made because Microsoft was paying the Sega team to make it for them. Because that game didn't start production until after the Dreamcast was well and dead.
Well, no, it didn't come out until after it was dead, apparently, but it is rumored to have begun production as a Dreamcast game. So I probably saw an ad for it somewhere that they put out very prematurely.
Yeah. That feels weird.
Well,
But
it's like how they released a strategy guide for Half-Life 2 on the Dreamcast and never came out for it.
Oh, okay, okay.
no, but I can see that. It's such a. Well, actually, Yuki, what do you think of the remake on this? Because you played it on the Switch, right?
Which...
Or did you play it on PC? The Panzer Dragoon remake.
Oh, well, yeah, it wasn't Orta that I played, it was just the original Panzer Dragoon. It was interesting. I feel like I probably would have been disappointed with the combat style, and the general gameplay had I actually gotten it as a child. Because it wasn't really what I usually go for in games, but it was certainly different from most of what we were seeing at the time. And, like, I probably still would have been pretty into it graphic-wise back then, but obviously the graphics haven't held up all that well.
From the Genesis?
No, I don't think Panzer Dragoon was ever on the Genesis. I think Saturn was the first one?
No, the first two are Genesis games. Legacy, the one that has the massive RPG elements to it, is the only Saturn one. It's the last Saturn game released in the US, too.
Also, I am seeing some stuff about Orta possibly having been released for Dreamcast in Japan. But...
If I'm wrong on that one. But it was not information I was fed.
Everything I'm seeing about the Panzer Dragoon games say they start at 95 on the Saturn.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Genesis Panzer Dragoon game, and the Genesis would really struggle with those. Like,
maybe the Legacy had a later. Those were part of one of the add-ons or something. That's where I'm getting mixed up. Because isn't the Saturn the one that has like everyone's like it's the Voltron of consoles?
No, you're thinking of the Sega CD. The Saturn was a standalone system that was a PlayStation era console.
Okay.
Yep.
I was a Nintendo kid, so yeah, no, that's why everyone bitches about how hard they are to find them, and because you probably can't emulate them worth anything.
Well, if I look to my right, I see one right there.
Yeah, but they didn't release for Sega CD. They were all Saturn and later.
Okay. Yeah.
Sega CD emulates fine. Like, I don't actually own a Sega CD, but I have a Sega CD game, and but you can emulate Sega CD pretty easily.
And
Well, nice.
yeah,
Not that
even
you'd want to.
Wikipedia right here, Panzer Dragoon is a 1995 rail shooter game for Sega Saturn.
Okay, so they are all Saturn games. Never mind then. That was the one thing I was wrong on.
And Dragoon got a remake.
For Switch, like in 2020?
Yeah, and PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah. I just heard enough about the story and the lore.
The real question is, what are you thinking that was on the consoles before that?
Their first one. So the just Panzer Dragoon. That's the one I thought was on there. Because I guess I don't know. I was a Nintendo kid, so I'm not really sure what the Sega console release order looks like or what their powers were. Because I know they were like a little off.
It was here's the order for you in a quick rundown. There was the original Sega Master System, which was an 8-bit console, and the Game Gear was also 8-bit, and they had basically similar specs and usually released all the same games across both of them.
Except that's cropped.
What?
Except that the Game Gear game versions are cropped.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
Really bad.
And then the Genesis, Game Gear actually came out after Genesis, but I'm kind of listing them partially based off of
watching, if I see a save point and if I walk past one, I will use it. I don't care if I've just used a different one. The old RPG instincts are in full swing right now. I will not walk past the save point and not use it.
So then came the Genesis, and the Nomad, which played Genesis games as a handheld. And the 32X was an add-on for the Genesis to give it 32-bit capabilities, hypothetically, which had its own separate cartridges, and that's the one that plugged in on top of the Genesis, which was the start of the Genesis Voltron. And then the Sega CD was like a side cart that the Genesis and 32X would sit kind of next to. And those were all, like one kind of mega system when you put them together. I
don't feel as bad for not knowing this now.
They didn't operate independently, except for the Genesis. And then Saturn was what came out well, actually, I think it came out before the PlayStation, but I could be wrong about that. Because I don't know exactly what their Japanese releases were.
They dropped the Neptune, or they tried to drop the Neptune, but they got canceled first.
I didn't even hear about that one.
The Neptune was a standalone 32X that got canceled.
Okay. Yeah, that was probably supposed to compete with, there was, like, the 3DO, I think, and like, the Jaguar or something that came out around then, that they were probably... Those were very ill-fated, though, so they probably dropped the Neptune because they didn't really need to compete with them. And then, yeah, so the Saturn came out, and that was the PlayStation N64 era of gaming. And then Genesis obviously was like the SNES era. Master System was NES era. Even though it came out significantly later than the NES. And then Dreamcast launched at the very start of like the PS2 era of gaming. It was the first console to come out. But unfortunately, releasing like over 6 months before the other consoles wasn't enough to secure it a necessary foothold, and Sega nearly died completely as a result.
Yeah.
I also remember the Saturn. Every time I see the... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember the Saturn had that shitty launch of our new console now in stores now.
It's funny. I just remember every time I see these things on Reddit, the Sonic Adventure 2 dropped the same year as freaking Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
It feels like they're 2 generations apart.
I could see that. Who's behind this curtain? Okay, it's just a random woman.
Alright, at some point here, I was playing a game.
Oh, yeah, you're playing a game too. I'm still marching forward.
Distract you.
I'm very good at doing that.
No, you're not.
Reduce.
Hey, I'm very distracting.
Alright,
only if they don't ignore you.
I didn't really mean to do this stage with Mori again.
I think you can just press start and exit.
Yeah. Wait, just quit. I think it just quits.
Lightning?
Yeah, okay.
You're not supposed to be here till the next game.
Well, no, I think she did come out, like, she started in 12, and then the next one was, like, a spin-off for her, because the subtitle was Lightning Returns, right?
No, you're thinking of 13. I'm joking because it's the princess who they're trying to hide has a very similar design.
Oh,
now,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's 13, 13.2, and 13.3. I own 13.2 and 3, but I've never actually played them.
Yeah, 13.2 does a lot of improvements. Lightning Returns is I don't want to be mean about it, but it has a lot of problems.
Man, 13 had a lot of problems.
Yeah, it really. Well, I'm going through a lot more stuff, and it's like Square was kind of in a weird spot. Like they weren't doing bad. Like so much of like their senior leadership of these guys that were supposed to be taking over the company had just fallen out of them. Because like I was telling you this before, it's the guy who made this just ended up just like shutting down just because of all the stress he was under, of like losing half of his development team like mid-production. Like he would just come into work and not do anything as the director.
Rough.
From what?
I wish I could do that at my job.
It's like what happened, what you think would happen, or it's all very scary. Square did not blather about that, so they kept it very close to the chest. It seems like. Which
Oh, we got beans.
They nerfed her, but Mume used to be so OP, it's not even funny how easy it was to just win with her.
Oh, and speaking of, I unlocked her, too.
Yeah.
Busted Mume!
But they, like I said, they lost so much of their upper management. They had to like go a couple rungs down. It feels like, which, yeah, it definitely felt like the guys who did 13 weren't quite up to that yet, doesn't it?
Nope.
I like that the HoloLive gamers are all animal girls.
I mean, that's kind of most VTubers, isn't it?
Well, I mean, like, so with the HoloLive stuff, right, there's Myth, which is mostly not animal-based. It's more like Elder Gods, Grim Reaper, Sherlock Holmes,
Atlantis.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that Gura is kind of an animal-based one, right?
Yeah, but she's supposed to be an Atlantean, so
Yeah.
maybe who lived underwater.
And then, like, Council Hope is more animal-based, yeah, but, like, there's a lot of other, like, there's robots and gods and undead
They changed it from Council, didn't they? Didn't they just change that to something else?
I have no
Like they
idea.
abandoned-
I
believe they abandoned Council, and now it's like Iris is a part of the 5, and they're a brand new group.
I would not know. I really don't actually follow VTubers that much.
They released a really like a fully animated anime style music video for them, and that's how I found out. So I was like, oh, this is neat. I'm gonna watch this, and then people in the chat were saying this is for their new thing. Like, I think it's like I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be now, but they're not. They're basically it's just Iris is a part of that group now, and they're not Council or Hope anymore, and they don't have the same godly power. They're like adventurers now.
Deep VTuber lore.
Right?
At some point, I will get down to putting mine to.
You know, I do actually have, like, a lower rough draft somewhere, but I've never finalized it at all.
Yay, being lazy. But I do.
It's not really laziness so much as, like, time availability. Like, and also, if I'm going to do something like that, it actively sacrifices streaming time at some level. So, like, especially when I'm struggling to even get in a couple of hours of stream a week, it feels like it's not the best use of my time.
That's fair.
Oh no, close
The only,
range.
the only lazy one here is Agent. Let's be real.
Hey, I put in effort.
Do you though?
Oh, the sheer amount of anime I watch, I'll count that as yes.
That's not effort.
This season, it feels like it.
Get Agent
Oh, no.
struggling to watch TV.
Oh, I am not going to be able to aim this well enough.
Use that.
You unlocked their specials, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I didn't pay attention to what they did, and I don't know what button to press to use them, but that's a thing I did.
That thing is charging. I think Ame's is one of the worst specials.
Awesome.
Once again, Mume is just busted. Mume basically has a screen clear.
Don't they all have screen clears?
No. Silly busted Mume.
That's a skeleton.
Yay, no. Leveling up doesn't restore your health. Blah. Now I should use a potion.
Oh, apparently I've charged up the special.
You should probably just try it out. It'll charge a bunch of times. I think they changed it so it stops time next. It used to be where it just made her shoot a lot faster. Like a lot faster.
Oh, wow, okay. Machine gun style.
I am happy I decided to take the times whatever speed enhancement I took, because this would be awful otherwise.
One time, I remember back when I was playing this game, I didn't want to like, because grinding is boring. There's this one part where you're around a bunch of zombies who kept respawning. So
Oh,
I
the
just
bridge, yeah.
like no, it was like a cave. And these zombies kept respawning, so I literally just, and I had like 3 characters and another 4th there who was, and like the little kid who was healing us. So I literally just put the controller down and walked away for a while and let the computers just farm it for me.
Farb for me, my bots. Farb! No, I think I remember doing that too back when I played. Part of the reason I'm not skipping too much combat right now, because I'm fairly certain this game is still unbalanced for the casual player, and might still want to have you grind a bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's still from the era when RPGs expected you to grind. For sure.
It's like the PS2 era is like it was starting to fall off at least. Not by a lot, but like at least some.
I mean,
I am never gonna make it to that anvil. I really need some
Final
AoE damage.
Final Fantasy Rebirth kind of expects you to grind a bit.
I don't remember grinding in that.
I said Rebirth.
Okay, the new one.
Yeah, all the side crap you have to do, like, is how you unlock so much of the stuff, and essentially you will, like, you're gonna struggle if you don't. It seems like I've always been doing it, but it feels like you're screwed if you don't. It's like, so like yesterday, I had gotten to the part where I'm between the spots where you, like when you're heading to Cosmo Canyon for the first time, and I'm like, oh cool, so I'm gonna be getting that Cosmo Canyon. 2 hours later, I haven't gotten Cosmo Canyon, even though I got the buggy, because there's so much extra stuff to do in between that and Cosmo Canyon. I think it's like the one reason I haven't like, even though like Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, I haven't gotten that far in it or the Rebirth yet because you constantly get sidetracked with so many side things that
Yeah, Pix,
like,
play the MMO.
yeah, it's basically what it is at this point. There's more mini games in Final Fantasy Rebirth than there is in Mario Party. It's not even an exaggeration. I'm being serious.
No, I know you are.
Well, I mean, the original Final Fantasy VII had a lot of mini games too. To be fair.
Fort Condor.
They made Fort Condor its own side quest mini game.
Nice.
Let's see. There's an attacking. You know, the attacking the boxes mini game.
Attacking the boxes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's returned, but now there's a one where they're all cactars and they're attacking you. There's two different versions of a first-person shooter in the game. There's a third-person shooter. Let's see. There's a spaceship shooter.
Oh, cool people are here.
Well, the main character has arrived.
Another BL book. Alright.
Like the motorcycle game is back. That little boxing game is there. There's so many that I was literally trying to list them to myself the other night, and I was like, there's so many I can't remember them all. To genuinely say, I don't think I've ever played a game with so many mini games in it. There's like a frog Fall Guys mini game.
Well, at least they warn you to make a new save for this area.
Oh, they have that new trading card game in there.
Not Triple Triad?
No, it's its own game, and you have to play a lot of it.
Oh, it's at least good.
Oh yeah, I like it, but it's also kind of unbalanced. I feel like because you always have to go first, you're at a disadvantage.
Bummer.
Yeah, I can kind of see that being irritating.
Fortunately, you could just click restart the battle, which I have done a lot.
I just get good at card games, Pix.
No, I don't wanna. That's work.
Get good, scrub.
No, I'll take that from Yuki, but not from Agent.
Hey, I've got the video footage of me putting you down, so meh.
In what?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't care. That shooter we're playing, the mech one. Yesterday I jumped on there and did the speed run thing on my first try. But I didn't have you to hold me back.
Oh, okay, I get it. The plus 15% thing, that's the enchantments that I unlocked. So sometimes they drop with the enchantment, I guess.
That was a weird mechanic.
Oh, Aiden, you'll like it too. That speedrun part, after you get through the door, you have to defuse the thing. And that takes another 2 seconds.
Oh, dear God.
I was like, I'm clicking like, oh god, this actually has a countdown on it too? Luckily I got there with so much time to spare, it wasn't a problem.
Oh, so Alright, so what did that give you? The triple jump, I'm guessing?
Nope.
That wouldn't. That's not the triple jump?
Nope. I went and checked. Definitely not the triple jump. I was disappointed.
That's why they taught you this mechanic.
I remember like what
Guys, I was wanting.
I remember towards the end of this game, I was so under leveled that I was getting curb stomped, and I had to go into these little areas, just hide there, come out, just kill a few enemies, and run back in.
Oh, am I looking? Okay, I'm looking for a flagstone on the floor. That's what's going on here. I think so. Maybe I should have been paying somewhat attention.
Just. Dropping the ball.
Ah, here it is. Go. Well, it's talking, entertaining, and this honestly has not been too exciting past the opening cutscene.
Nope. I'm just glad that with FF7 remake and FF16 feels like Final Fantasy is back where it belongs.
Doing
High quality.
Okay, something back here.
Like, I didn't dislike 15, but it wasn't, like, it was very flawed.
I think I boxed myself in.
That's probably a much bigger problem in the game I'm playing than it is in the one you're playing.
Well, this is one of those distract the guards, bring them over here kind of things I'm currently in.
Distract them better.
Neither one of these are the paths I need to go in. Yay! Dead end.
Yuki, have you played the other HoloLive game? Any of the
I
other
have
ones?
not. The what?
Any of the others?
No.
I know that this team has made, the people who made this have made one other. They made that beat 'em up. Me and Kiyu went and beat that one.
Oh yeah, the beat 'em up one. That's interesting.
They flagged me for the music on it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you feel like the ones who made VTubers would make theirs, or try to make theirs copyright free, right?
I don't know. The games just use that. I just know that the games use the like the background music from a lot of their songs, and they're 100% copyright. And I actually tried to appeal it, and they're like, nope.
Weapon attacks will look pretty. There's no other effect.
Yep, it adds. It gives them all a rainbow. Gives them all like a rainbow tint. I don't think it's not very obvious with the maze. Oh, you didn't take it. Okay.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay, so the wall doesn't light
I
up till I
sold
get
it.
close to it. That's stupid. Ugh, I don't think the mechanic is used in the rest of the game. That's a little irritating. Okay, that felt a little bit like busy work.
I'm sure it was.
It's, oh, this is the way you're supposed to go. Oh, there doesn't appear to be a door. Feel around. Oh, there's a switch over here. Like, you just had to get close to see the prompt to see that there was a switch, not like you actually saw a switch.
BL Fujiyoshi, endless BL, how shameless.
Dear God.
Oh, wow, this is pretty ridiculous, actually.
You know, imagine that when if you get like more than one of these things together.
Yeah.
I've had that with like the flamethrower. And I think I've had a third one as well.
Oh, the mice must be, Bale's, like, fans.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, wow, that was a getaway. Everyone looks to the right, looks back, gone. Although I do like it when it works in my favor, though. I haven't even got any license points yet. Not enough to matter. Ooh, more cutscene. Okay, you're saying you've played most of the Final Fantasy games? I know you haven't played 9. Oh, shit. 9, though.
Nope.
Any others that you're missing out of the main line?
Only
Oh, yeah, that's just a fucking early draft of lightning.
11.
9 was interesting for me, because I got all the way to the end, but then I just never finished it.
I did that with Digimon World 1 originally.
Why does he sound like David Tennant?
He didn't sound like David Tennant. David Tennant would say, keep running.
Bod, you're a dumbass. Alright, yeah, it's gonna be that godless knife that you just stole, isn't it? I'm definitely getting some memories back about this game.
Yay, speed up. Speed up is like always valuable. They definitely put a lot more emphasis on making the main attacks be important and useful in this one than they did in Vampire Survivors.
Well, I think that was a big part of, like, you gotta. I think it's because the characters, obviously, people associate VTubers with something, so they want to give them,
Well, true, but I mean, it's not like the characters in Vampire Survivors weren't based off of major properties either. And then, like, later on, when they got the rights from getting so big, some of them literally were stuff from major properties.
Alright, what do we want Balthazar as?
the main character.
Class, not wise.
Yes. The main character can do it all.
Oh. Machinist, not a bad idea. Just have him use guns all the time.
So you're making him American.
Oh yeah, he's already has a bit of it. Yeah, okay, yeah. He is just gonna use guns.
Just the circle of death here.
Yuki is also using guns.
And tail plug. Oh no, I died!
That's not right.
Was not paying enough attention. Got a little overconfident.
Yeah, I was debating on warning you that that's not going to keep them all out.
Oh, okay, so she it looks like she's archer. Now we're not having her. She's gonna be red mage.
So I find that the Hollow House in this is kind of stupid. I'm not really sure what the point of it is, to be honest with you. It feels like it eats up more of your resources than it helps you gain. So I might just be doing it wrong.
Oh, Snow! Thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome everybody to the agency. We are currently going through some Final Fantasy XII. I am locked into my boards at the moment, trying to figure out what I want to do. We're also joined by Pip and Yuki tonight.
It seems to me that it's meant to be like cosmetics that you can buy as like an end game goal.
Yeah, so you get, like, you go in the house, you can put all your stuff in there. But I'm not really sure what the point is.
It's
level 2.
for it to be Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I got that, but why?
Because Animal Crossing, but VTubers.
They could have just made that a separate game.
But they didn't. They made it part of this game, which is free. Which is actually reasonably cool of them.
Yep. So what were you guys playing over there, Snow? Before I forget to ask. And let's make sure you get a shout out too. Oh, I might need to put this in.
Snow is fun. I always enjoy when snow pops up in other people's chats.
Yeah, that's
She likes to mock Prez too. I appreciate that.
I stole a
see if I
fish.
did that correctly. There's the shout out, although I don't think my bot has the play the clip thing set up on it yet.
Oh,
I really do need to do that.
okay, so it does have in-game buffs that you can end up with as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, I recall that, but I don't think I ever used them.
Oh, Delcy, it's a cozy platformer game. Oh, okay.
Have you done the fishing yet?
You're
have not.
joining us as we're going
I've
early
only
into
stolen
12.
the fish.
You gotta do a lot of fishing.
Apparently you can hire people. Or I don't know why.
That's...
You hire them and they get you coins. But you have to feed them food that you grow or fish.
Okay, so it's kind of like a Cult of the Lamb kind of thing.
Yeah. If you take the fish up to bloop up above you, then that's how you get stuff. Or other things too.
Okay, so it just wasn't.
Okay, so
giving
it's another way
me-
to get hollow coins as well.
Yeah, he also has a thing where you do the exchange and he'll you can get better fishing rods, so you can get better fish. Or maybe it's under buy. But you have to buy it with fish. For the dust or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, the fish dust.
It's expensive though.
Yeah, it's its
Is
own
it,
little
though?
sub-game. It's fine.
No, so I don't mind the.
Oh, you can grow stuff.
Game's doing a little bit of the.
It gives it a base building element, which is always an appeal point to me, so I'm cool with it.
Not really my thing.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah, you don't strike me as a Harvest Moon or a Animal Crossing kind of person.
No. My friends, we were sitting at McDonald's once, and they were playing Animal Crossing on their DSs, and they're like, "Pix, you want to try?" And I'm like, "Sure." The first thing I did, because he was in one town, the other, I took an axe and started hacking everything in his town down.
I'm sure
and
they
doing
were
as much
thrilled.
damage. It took him a couple minutes to realize what I was doing to this town. He's like, "You need to stop this." And they're like, "What?" He's like, "Stop it." And then the other friend's like, "Give my DS back." I'm like, "No!" Started destroying more and more until he booted me from the town. And they gave his DS back then.
Wow. So, real jerk moves.
They knew what they were doing when they handed me that DS.
Yep.
Clearly they did not.
So they should have. They'd known me for years.
They should have known better.
Exactly.
Oh good, you can get bathrooms.
Everything in there is so expensive, it's insane.
Well, I think once you, like, if you invest into it a little bit, it probably turns into a major moneymaker to prevent you from having to farm the levels repeatedly.
See, I've been like in between every single when I was playing it every 3, so basically every hour after I'd beaten one of them with one of the girls, I would go in there and I would like get more towns, I would get more workers and stuff like that. You end up spending, it feels like you end up spending so much on like the fertilizer and things like that that it kind of seems like it was undermining it. I'm sure there's a way to be like, oh, this person gets in the most. Like, it was easier when you could feed them with the fish, but when they want crops, you have to get the crop stuff, and it felt like it was kind of eating into it.
it just wasn't properly. It might be one of those, like you said, they turn it into a separate game, but it could also be that like what its eventual dividends pay out so much more.
Yeah, it might be one of the ones where you have to like really like invest and figure out the best way to do it, which I did not. So
yeah, no, you're never doing that.
I've
known you for long enough at this point to know you are not doing that in a game.
Look, they give you an option between running around and doing what Yuki's doing, aka shooting everything, or sitting there and middle managing. Which one do you think I'm taking?
I'm taking the middle managing in most cases.
Yeah, it's like the difference in streamers, though. Like,
I'm taking the violent route every time.
Pix is a
Choose
very action-based video gamer.
Yeah, whereas clearly I play a lot of management sims.
Alright, character with white magic with the generating.
One management sim. Oh, we played what was it called? What's that one where you have to prepare food?
That's a management sim?
Cooking, it's not plates up or dinner's up, is it?
Plate up? That's more of like a Overcooked style game.
That's it, Overcooked. That's the game, actually.
That's not a management sim.
Yeah, but you have to manage things pretty well, and that did not go well for me.
I mean, there is definitely a management aspect to be successful, but it's not a management game.
You yelling at me all the time.
It was fun. I've been tempted to bring up the sequel just because it's 3-player.
We beat the sequel. We were playing number 2.
Oh.
I hated that game. Hated that game so much. We also played with some of his friends offline. We played another game where like they're in space and you're managing a spaceship. And I basically just sat there entertaining the customers the whole time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, some random space one.
I do not know that one.
I don't remember the name of it. I'd have to look it up.
Oh.
See if you can beat this. Where is that?
Wow,
Don't get that
super
one.
useful.
I hate that one so much. It just goes every second that there is. It's so obnoxious.
But is it,
What are the stars?
Nah, I don't remember what they are. I think they're just, like, I actually don't remember at all.
But was it Yoshi's Island irritating noises level?
Yes. Because in Yoshi's Island, you can catch a little guy to shut him up. He never stops honking.
I really need some, like, health and speed boosts.
Well, you can always hammer on the special to give yourself a chance.
I mean, just in general, as upgrades.
Oh, I'm starting to remember why this game was a very meh entry for me again. Already. Although it is also just starting out as a JRPG, so... Do you actually have more benefit than out there?
No.
I also do, you have memories of this game, so I'm also very...
It will never get better.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at her design. She's like a cross between Lightning and who was the main female from 10?
Yuna.
Yuna. She's like halfway between Lightning and Yuna. Which fitting, I guess.
Like she has Yuna's hair and she's a warrior.
Well, she like a lot of her outfit design reminds me of Lightning.
I just remember that I hated the combat.
I should have
in this
used
game.
my super. I forgot I had it.
It's that we don't want to use the TBA gauge anymore, but or we don't want to be turn-based combat, but we don't want to be action yet. That
All right.
weird transitional phase.
It's time for me to call it a night here. Thank you everybody for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and raid Agent over here.
Oh, double raid.
Poor Yuki's audience.
Well, they've been listening to Agent this whole time anyway.
Yeah.
Makes more sense to see what I'm talking about over here. Get to see this.
Though to be fair, I'm not sure there's anyone in my chat besides us three.
Yeah, like I said, poor agents, people watching. AKA us.
Hey, I've got viewers, and Balthazar is just gonna let Vaughn join like that. There you are. Good night, Yuki. And hello, Yuki's audience.